Aye. So with the year coming to an end, I've found myself reflecting a lot as of late, which is something I don't really do. Um, but particularly reflecting on the band and everything we've done within the last few years, and it's trippy. It's nice. It's weird to see how far we've come with the videos and the recordings and stuff. And I'm sure, people who know me by now, we don't necessarily get asked to play a lot. And for a long time, we weren't everyone's favorite band, if you get what I mean. And so the videos was kind of our way of just saying, like, well, if no one wants us to play and no one wants us to, like, if no one likes us, then we're just going to take that energy and, like, put it into these crazy videos that we've always wanted to do. And so I thought it'd be cool to just do like a little breakdown of all the videos and give you the lore within the lore of the Coyote Saga is what I'm calling it, because these are were made in a particular order that connects with each other. And but let's just get right into it with the the one that started it all. This is such a cool intro. I remember we just posted this as the teaser. Just this the synth and just these like coding screens, and just that enough was like, I remember people just being like, what the fuck is this gonna be? Because up to this point we had never done anything like this, and funny enough, this was never even meant to be a song necessarily. Um, Coming out of 2023 and going into 2024, I had a lot of anger and a lot of, I was very frustrated with the scene and just how I was treated and all, just a bunch of stuff that was going through coming out of the year prior. And I had actually written the music to this prior to that, but I never knew where to go with it. I didn't even know what I wanted to do with it, but I just thought it was cool, just that synth part. And it wasn't until like having to go through all this bullshit that I was like, I finally know what to write about. And I was like, what if I wrote like just a diss track to the whole scene at the time, the whole native scene at the time? Because my mindset was just like, well, no one likes me anyway, so I might as well just say what's on my mind. And just like I said, I was an angry bastard during this time. I was an angry little bastard. And so we just decided to do this. I think so. I don't use Pro Tools or like a proper, I use Ableton Lite, which is basically recording with an 8-track. And for a song with this many layers and this many like changes and stuff, was a pain in the ass to record in itself. So I basically had to record like 3, because for people who don't know, a lot of bands will record 4 guitar parts. They call it quad tracking in order to get that big sound. And that was something I had to do, but I only have 8 tracks. And so I was basically having to record everything in bulk and then export it and then layer it and then record again and then export it. And if I messed up on something, I had to go back to the track before, and just it was crazy. It was just layering and layering and layering and just fucking a lot. It's a rough mix, yes. Looking back, it's a very rough mix, but when I was done, I was like, this is way too cool to not put a video to. And at first, the idea was kind of just to have me performing in the car wash, just because it looked so dark and it looked so cinematic to me anyway. You know, it looked like John Wick or like something from The Matrix. After that, it was just like started building from there, and you know, then it became like, well, what if we made it like a video game where like you have to battle all these different versions of yourself and different versions of like scene characters, like the rapper people and the punk people and the metalheads, and it was fun to do, man. It was fun to do all these, like, making fun of all the different stereotypes within the scene. God, the reactions that this got, the fucking comment wars that started from this, we got everything short of death threats. Because people were mad. People did not like what we were doing. A lot of people unfollowed me because of this song. A lot of people were kind of walking on eggshells when this came out. Like, there were people who liked it, and there were people who didn't want to say they liked it. Like, we just started building. Because it was like, let's make it like a video game, and let's make it like an analog horror, and let's put like a jump scare, like right here. I love the switch up that happens right there of just the out of nowhere going into this fucking deathcore section. This was fun to film, this little party here. So that's our friend Jared. I won't say his full name, but our friend Jared is the guy who's kind of the one who's interrogating me in this scene. That was fun to do, man. The fake punches, and like, he's such a nice guy that we couldn't stop laughing making this. It was just, but it came out so good. Oh man, this was cool. And then the next one in the saga is the broken video. And this took fucking forever just to get off the ground. Because this was always meant to be the first video. I had the idea all the way back in like 2020. I wanted to make I was trying to think of like a video ideas that would work during quarantine, and video, like just something that would catch people's eye. And so we came up with the idea of filming like a vlog video, like something a normal band would do, and then just do like a 180 in the middle, and like we're robbing the store. So originally this was supposed to take place at a diner, just because we wanted to pay homage to movies like Pulp Fiction and Natural Born Killers. You know, they all had like shootout scenes in diners, and I really wanted it to be and we had this really cool, tried to get this really cool idea of, because this is when we were giving out like free merch to people, and I thought it'd be kind of cool if we gave these like hidden invitations in these merch packages, because we thought, like, you know, the invitations were going to be to bring people to the diner, and then when they got to the diner, we would tell them like, hey, we're gonna film this video. The diner they just kind of had bad communication with us. I mean, God bless them for agreeing, but they just had, because I was communicating with them the best I could, and then at some point they were just like, basically just like, we want nothing to do with you, and we can't do the video, and so they let us go. But thankfully, it was Chuck from Signal 99. He told me that, hey, there's this gas station down the street. The owner I can give you the owner's number, because they had filmed their video there. No, I was really bummed. I was really bummed that the diner didn't work out, and we just kept going. We just tried to make it work. And in retrospect, I'm glad that I'm glad we did the gas station, honestly, because it honestly looks more real with the gas station, and it looks more like a actual robbery. So when we filmed this, there was no one in the bar. We went in there on the bar was closed and there was no one in there. So we had to just film like there were people in there, and that's not even beer we're drinking. That's because we don't drink, but we want to make it look like, we're getting hammered and we're just like, fuck, dude. Like, we want to make it look like we wanted something to build up that would lead to us like robbing the place. And so I bought like a 6-pack of Corona, poured out the beer, and then we took Gold Peak's green tea and poured that into the Corona bottles, and that's what we're drinking is green tea. And so, yeah, fake beer. And we're so stupid. So I didn't even think of this as we were filming, but so the diner, they were so like restrictive, and they had all these things of like, they just wanted a lot from us. And then that didn't work out. And then we go over to the gas station, and Amber, and we're like asking her all these questions of like, when can we film? When's a good time? Do we need to close down this? And she was, God bless her, but she was just like, yeah, just show up and like film and whatever, it's cool. So we showed up at like, so we're in the parking lot, and it's like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and we just have our masks and like our bags and shit, and we're just parked, and we look shady as fuck. We just have like our airsoft Glocks, and we're just walking around with these bags. And I didn't even think, like, I didn't even cross my mind, because I was so focused to just get it done. It didn't even cross my mind that maybe we might have scared some people that day, because there were people getting gas and like going in the stores and stuff. And there was this white pickup truck with a Texas license plate going around, and they were just dogging us down, dude. Like, it was a father and son, and he was just looking at us like, these motherfuckers. We do our shots inside. We filmed inside the bar, and then my friend Dayton comes up to me and he's like, hey, there's someone taking our license plate numbers outside. I was like, fuck, really? And then I was too focused. I didn't have time to deal with it. And then like 5 minutes later, the sheriff pulls up at the gas station. Thankfully, dude, he knew the cashier that was working with us that day they knew each other, and they knew each other well enough that when the sheriff came to the store, and the cashier explained to him like, these are just kids. They're just doing a music video. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything they shouldn't be. And they knew each other. He knew the cashier well enough to be like, yeah, if he's cool with it, then I'm not gonna write you guys up or anything. So for anyone wondering too, like, why we go in the gas station and there's like no one there. The cashier was actually a war veteran. I did not know that. And because we went up, because we were just like playing it all by ear. We went up to him and we're like, hey, you can be in the video if you want. Like, we'll pretend to like rob you with like our guns, and just pretend to stick up the gas station. And once he heard guns, he was like, oh, I don't think I can do that, with my being a veteran and all. And I was like, fuck, that's why there's no cashier during the robbery scenes, is because he had to leave and kind of just wait until we were done filming. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that. Another reason why I'm glad that we filmed at the gas station is because so we filmed everything, and then later on, the owner Amber, she was like, "Hey, do you want like the security cam footage of the gas station?" And we're like, "Holy shit! I didn't even know. I didn't even know you would. I didn't even think you were gonna have that." And so that's where these shots came from the like those cool ass like aerial shots, the security cameras. Cause that's cool. I don't think we would have gotten that from the diner. So I think it's cool that we got it from the gas station. And yeah, we got to go behind the counter. We got to go behind the counter and just like look crazy. And like, yeah, I pretended to throw up there. And just all this shit. When we make videos, it's just like, let's do, what if we did this? What if we did this and this? And so yeah. So we did the robbery, and the other thing that was just took forever was, so I really wanted to have like a cop chase, like a cop pretending like we're about to get arrested. And I went everywhere. I went to Navajo Nation Police Department. They sent me to Window Rock headquarters, and they sent me to the New Mexico like film department to get a permit for, and it just everyone just said no. Everyone was just like denied. Just got denied by everyone. Went to Farmington Police to San Juan County. They said no. And like at this point, I was just like, fuck it, like just accepting my fate and being, because at this point, I think what we were gonna do was just not do the cop chase scene and just pretend like we're trying to get away, and then we crash and we die or something. And then somewhere filming this, we got lucky, and I'm so glad we did, I got so lucky. I don't know how this happened, because where I live, there's cops, like sirens going off all the time anyway. So someone's always getting in trouble. Some shit's always going down. Particularly around this time. And so the day we were gonna go film to film all the laundromat scenes, I was going across the bridge, and lo and behold, I look in the rear view mirror and I see cops, and I see like they're going. I wasn't doing anything, but they were something was going on, and they were going across the bridge too, and they were right behind me. And I don't fucking recommend doing this, but I had to. It was this or nothing, dude. Because I guess I was nice. I asked everyone. I asked all the cops in the area, and they all said no. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting the shot one way or another, and I don't recommend doing this, but I was going across the bridge, and then I just see cop lights behind me. So I took out my phone, and I was recording, and I stayed in front of that cop for as long as I possibly could without getting in trouble, just to get that shot, just to get the shot that looks like we're getting chased. And yeah, it's that's the shot, dude. And like, I'm so fucking, for the 2 years of shit of people saying no to us for this video, I think this was maybe the universe's way of repaying all that bullshit. Because I don't know how else we could have gotten this shot. Yeah, so that's a real cop, and they're going after someone. but you do what you got to do to get the shot, man. And this, I think this was the same day. I'm not sure, but we got lucky again because I'm not stoked that this happened, but across the laundromat there was like a shootout or something going on, and there was just cops everywhere across the street. And we just got done filming our stuff at the laundromat, and like just all this stuff just going through my head of what if we did this, and I really, going back to the cop thing, the way this video was always supposed to end was we were supposed to rob the place, get chased by cops, and then get, arrested, or get, the cops get us, we're in trouble, we're done. Really influenced by like the Seize the Day video by Avenged Sevenfold and things like that. And so there was all these cops across the street, and I looked to Dayton and I was just like, dude, should I just like, and we almost were stupid. We almost went over there and just like stood there and pretended to, but we're like, no, let's not do that. And so that's where that shot's come from. There were so many cops across the street, and if we angled the cameras just right, I was like, it kind of looks like they're there for us. Kind of looks like they're there to arrest us. So there's that. Yeah, that's where this comes from. And we probably look so stupid, like just getting on our knees and there's cops like 100 feet away from us, but we did what we had to do, man. And like the guns, like that's cool, man. That's cool. And then the wake up, was all a dream. So just to kind of build, and then just to build on like the lore and like the anticipate. I thought it'd be funny if I like made a fake mugshot of myself. And this is fucked up, man. People actually thought it was real, and people actually thought that I was arrested for some. And yeah, because before this video, because I always try to like do a teaser or like something to get people interested in what the video is going to be about. And for this one, I just posted like, because where I live, we have these white walls that look exactly like just jail walls. And so I bought like a orange jumpsuit from Amazon, and we took these just mug shots by the walls, and people thought it was real, dude. People were like, fuck, what did you do? And it was kind of messed up. People thought that I'm saying messed up because it's like, because like I'll post, it's like if I post something about music, no one cares. But if I post a fucking mugshot of me in trouble, and all of a sudden people are interested and people are like, whoa, what are you? So yeah, that was the broken video.